Boop. Boop. Huzzah! Okay. So. Oh, wait, you know what? I should do? Actually, no. We won't do a new one yet. But, okay. Okay. So I am here at least. I'm gonna pull this up. That is no longer the right size. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, it's too big now. Good enough. Alright. Go to the link down below for the non-channel Teespring. Clothing unrelated. Check it out. New drop, May Break collection. That is Raspberry Lemonade. There are 6 other designs. Go look at them. They're nice. Anyways, I guess 2 things. One, you'll notice if you didn't watch through the entire of the last stream, or you just saw the thumbnail for the last stream, and you're looking at this now, this is Spectrake, who was supposed to be in the last one, but it ended up being that Crestlock took quite a while, so prioritized Crestlock getting that fully wrapped up, and then I had to go do stuff. But this time I'm going to be actually doing Spectrake, so don't you worry. It will be getting done. Also, there's a bunch of new boxes behind me because we moved basically the last of everything that was in our basement up to here to be then gone through and then get put away or put into storage. Which I assume most of it's going to be put into storage. But yeah. Hi, boys. Hi, where are you? He's all the way over on the other side of the room. He's just yelling. But yeah. So I guess, no. Might as well get start on this one soon. Or I guess sooner rather than later. Where is normal Spectrake sprite? So this is Spectrake. It is a ghost grass type or a grass ghost type. I'm not entirely certain which one was the priority typing, quote unquote, but here it is. It's like a little ghost carrot baby. So I'm looking at this. I'm trying to decide based on the original sprite and based on how this currently looks, what changes are going to need to be made, because obviously I'm not an amazing artist or anything. I think one thing that we might end up seeing is arms that are slightly thicker than they currently are here. I'm probably gonna just bring it in a little ways. Kind of tuck it in. So I am going to just start by grabbing this darker outline color. Oh, maybe the lighter one would be clearer with everything going on in this. Though this one also I might want to have a background. Oh. Maybe not in the same color as what I'm going to be working with. Oops. That's better. That's better. Alright, so let's actually grab that color again. So, let's see. I should pull out my reference. My original drawing of this. Yeah, I will admit this one's probably not one of my better drawings. I've had a couple that weren't great. One of them, its sprite ended up fully being declined from being in the game. Which, you know, it happens. It was just like the angling was not very ideal, and the stuff that we wanted to end up doing with it was kind of like out of my skill set. So I'm looking at this. So it's like deceptively simple, but at the same time it is a little complex. So there's kind of this assumed extra bit of body that's not visible here. But I guess let's just get started on where this head is and kind of defining that from there. Yeah, I think I might go with that. Trying to just see like what makes this look best. I think that's honestly not too bad. Usually it's wise to sometimes avoid having odd numbered segments of these outlines. Sometimes it does work better, and I think here's one of the cases where it just kind of works a little better. I'm just kind of trying to sort of complete where the head is so that I can then so I think that's a little better of a shape there. I guess just that's pretty satisfying to look at, right? I don't know if I want to do it more like this though. I kind of prefer this, I think. Okay. So that's sort of the like top of its head here. So it's definitely a little bit different than what I had initially drawn, but what I initially drew was also not great. So this is an improvement. I might push this a little bit further away from the rest of the body, like that. And then there's like two roots that come off of it. So. Alright, so that's the main part of the body. I'm going to make a separate layer to work on the arms from. And I'm going to work on them in a slightly different color. So we have one arm comes up here. Hmm. Feel like this needs to be a little straighter. Alright, so that does not look good. This is very tricky to like kind of find the point where it looks best at, you know? I think that's pretty good. Though I might try to... Huh? Let's see, what happens if we move this? Yeah, that looks alright. And then we have this other one in the back that you just kind of have arm go up. Here, also, I'm going to see about... Don't work that. So you have this other arm in the back. Kind of just goes over here. So very basic arm shape. And then you kind of have the hand slightly visible. Though, I guess the question is, would the arm look like that? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like, you know, if the hand's there... Yeah, maybe more like that. Because it would be a little foreshortened, you know? Okay. And then looking at the leaves are honestly larger in the original than they are in the drawing I did. And it's supposed to start kind of in the middle of the forehead. So we have an ear here. Honestly, it would probably start like a little closer than I have it starting to. Because this is like 10 pixels tall. I'd say like the main body of the head is about the same. So if I took the main body of the head here, seems to be about 15 pixels in height. So we're looking to get to be, you know, a similar height here. Is that? Yeah, so that's basically everything that would come up above the head here. We're looking to be about that tall. This one's tricky. This, just like the angle it's at. So I think one thing I need to do is I need to shorten that slightly. Yeah. I feel like I have it too far forward as well. That's so much bigger than what I had. But also, see, that's like 3. Yeah, that's about 5. So that is about the correct length. Though I do want to try to. Yeah, I'm just like trying to find like what the kind of best balance of thickness is. Because like I don't want it to be too thick, but I also don't want the stem to be too thin either. I'm gonna kind of do something like that. Okay. And then for the roots, it basically goes... So I kind of had it backwards in how I drew it here. I'm trying to think as to why that would be. Because if the body curves back, then the longer one would be kind of on the side of the body. That way, but if you turned it around, it would be on the other side. So this would be the long one. So I guess that one's the long one. And let me look at the size of this. So this is like 8 pixels roughly in length. So I guess the length to aim for, as far as the tail roots here would be maybe 12. Something like that. For the long one at least. And then we'd have the shorter one. Kind of like that. And then coming off of the long one, we have, you know, this tip, but then we also have kind of somewhere around here, it kind of branches off into like a root that goes that way. Looking at the other one, we kind of have a thing here and like a little thing here. And then there's also like this sort of AA to the roots that's in the more purple colors. So I'm gonna try to bring some of that in, kind of as like a little bit of like a lighting thing. But alright, that's that. So let's just try. Whoops. There's a, forgot, this is not all one thing, so I should probably merge these together before I do that. Whoops. Let's merge these layers. That way I can now fill this. And whoop. And then over here, get the leaf. Sure is screaming. So this side here would be kind of catching more of the light, but it's also primarily on that end, and kind of past there would be more shaded. And then over here kind of have like a highlight on the head. Yeah, I feel like that's just too much. It's the right amount. Maybe something more like that. I feel like still this is a little strong. Maybe like that, and then we kind of like dither some. Down a little bit. And then if I did it like that. Anyway, it's not quite so low where it looks as repetitive as it did, but it also still gives you the sense like, oh yeah, like a root vegetable. Like, I know what that is. Maybe just get that kind of darker. And then this back sprite, that's usually how they work. Kind of emphasize the darker edge. The stuff that's in the shadow. And the leaves here, you actually can't see the detail much in this, but there is actually meant to be some detail, I think. So I'm gonna like try to... Just like a little middle seam there, I think is probably what would look best. Yeah, I kind of like it more like that. But if I do this, I feel like it should be... a little closer. I mean, I think that's pretty good, honestly. Like, it's pretty simple, but like it's also a pretty simple design from behind. I think it works quite well. Yeah, that's so much better than my drawing. Jeez. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's recenter this because it's definitely not centered anymore. So there's like a couple ways you can easily center something. This is probably the fastest one, is just copy it, paste it, slide it down. Now it's a recentered sprite. Ooh, I'm on to something there. I was like, wait, what if I flipped that? The answer is I like it a lot more. And then we'll take it, recenter it one last time. Cool. All right. And this one, it's 140 something. 143? 148. 148. All right. Oh, I should probably take the color palette from the other one. Just currently opened as this one. Don't remove unused colors. Bop. Alright. And then let's see if this is a nice easy one to just set the color map. Will it work? Yeah, it will. Look at that. He's just a carrot. He's just a carrot. A little bit of a not so healthy looking carrot, but a carrot. Yes. Alright. So let's put these in. Let's get Spectrake back. And back shiny. And boop pop. Look at that. and it, like, because I did those measurements just to verify before I try to do the leaves, I think it came out way better than before. Like, if I had just done it based on the drawing, the leaves, like, the 2 leaves would be way too small in the head. But they actually look pretty good because I did the pixel measurement and then upscaled based on that. Upscaled my idea based on that. I didn't actually upscale the drawing itself. So that one is probably going to be the longest one of these couple that we're doing today, because the other one is already done. I'm just working on the touch-ups on it, so let's pull this one up. Let's make it the right size first. Well, I guess it did take me a little while. Alright, and then now let's switch this over. Alright. So this one, also the front sprite on it is starting to look a little crusty. And it currently uses black pixels in 2 spots, its pupils. So we're gonna maybe be using some of those on the back here. But one thing I definitely need to do is I need to be able to see what I'm doing with this one. So I'm gonna pick a nice, this should be nice, right? Yeah, that's not too intense, I don't think. Yeah, just in case. Make it less intense, even. Did I make that? Because that wasn't all that. I feel like that was different. I just didn't, my brain didn't register that it changed, but I think it has. Okay. So, looking at this one, I mean, it's a pretty simple Fakemon design. So it's one of those ones where it's like there's not a lot that can go wrong, and as a result, I'm not seeing a lot that's gone wrong. Might try to round that out. Yeah, I think that's okay. What happens if I do that? Yeah, I think that's fine too. So like basically all I'm trying to do is kind of smooth the edges here and there. I think that's okay for that. So, and then if I look at the original front sprite, so the front doesn't really have much in the way of dithering, but I also think it's kind of important if you want to convey clouds that you start using some dithering when you're up close, so that's fine with me here. I think honestly some of it could be expanded some. I'm trying to see where because like right now the solid lighting feels almost jagged with the dithering. So I'm just gonna try to like smooth its transition here, which is kind of tough with dithering because you're basically working at like half the resolution. So if you want to smooth it, it takes a lot of effort to like make it look smooth but still have it be dithered. So I think And then kind of doing something that we didn't do on the previous one. Like, really at all. Is some, like, nice anti-aliasing to kind of suggest lighting, even on the outlines. I think at least only on those ones is fine for this one. I'm not going to put black there because that's just way too intense. But I'm definitely going to run it along. Maybe not on the horn. But on the face... God, honestly, that even there, that feels a bit intense. This one's colors are just not in the right space for you to like really have these thick, strong, like black outlines. So I mean, it's really about everything you can do with the horn. Guess I could do a pass like that. But I don't know that that makes it look much better. It's like, it's difficult because I feel like past a certain point it might be nice to have, but it doesn't look good on the sprite itself, you know? Like, I'm looking at this horn and I'm trying to, like, decide what feels right for it. Well, I definitely think that. Maybe if I did these. Maybe? Because I'm like trying to look at the way it's structured right now. Maybe if I flipped where it was. Hmm. Trying to think of like what I can do, because like there's stuff about it that I would like to tweak, but it's just really difficult to get it to. Oh, that kind of fixes the concern I had. Why is it always one pixel that makes something feel better? Okay, all right, works for me. There's also kind of like these lower dots to suggest the structure of the like cape of foam. Yeah, I think that was pretty close to centered, if not centered. Yeah, that one, there wasn't really a ton I could do with it to, like, improve it, really. And this is 40. So this is 040. Whoa. Back. And then the shiny palette is as simple as colors, map, set color map, set it to this one, please work, yes. And that's it. Wow, I made the shiny palette. Yeah, like once again, that was a touch up that just like there was not a ton I could really imagine doing with it. It was already pretty good. Like I don't know, that wasn't bad. easy. It looks like a knocked over ice cream cone that had a lot of whipped cream on it. That's what this sprite reminds me of. But yeah, I definitely think the OG Whall sprite could probably use some retouching. That's an old one I did. Spectrake, on the other hand, was an old one that Mike did, but it was a design that I did. I have the original sketch somewhere back there. Well, I know where it is back there, but I'm not grabbing it. But, I mean, with how simple the wall back sprite was, I mean, I was gonna try to pick something a little more complex than that, but a lot of the ones that I have right now are ones that, are either a part of a line that I'm not sure if I want to do all of that line, you know, as my guaranteed next ones, because I usually try to like keep evolutionary lines somewhat close to each other and when I sprite them, or if I wanted to do ones that were like different, like there were two very different gendered like forms for it, so I would have had to like go through and, you know, basically, because I feel like the ones that are like the very distinct genders, I think would be maybe more interesting if I did each of those together on the same stream, you know. But I'm pretty happy with how the sprites in this one went. Not a ton I could do to make them look better. They were already pretty good for the most part. So yeah, that took me like exactly an hour. I feel like I'm cutting the stream short by doing this, but I mean, I don't know. That's what happens sometimes. I feel like if I grab another sprite to do, it's gonna end up being way too much. It's gonna be like, you know, way more spriting than I bargained for in this stream. So I guess, I don't know. Miitopia's coming on Friday, hopefully. Once again, it's kind of contingent on if Amazon delivers it before stream time. Ideally, they will. I don't know if they will. There's not like, I don't have an option to like say what time of day would be best for the delivery. It's kind of just if a lot of people are getting packages that day, I might not get it till later. But if it doesn't come in time, I don't know what I'll end up doing instead. Something. I will find something. But, I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I can say or do here at the end of this one, because, you know, obviously a chunk of the time was just before the stream started. I mean, I guess this here is the last week of normalcy, before I start work, and that's going to shift me down to 2 streams a week. These ones will be on a work day, so I might be extra tired and they'll probably be extra late. You know, I'll get home, probably eat dinner, and then stream. Whereas, you know, Miitopia would be on a non-work day, so that's actually going to be on a weekend day. So I don't know if that's going to be Saturday or Sunday just yet, but it's going to be one of them. I might do Saturday, because that's usually a day Gwen works. And so since we'll both be off on Sundays, I'd rather us be able to do stuff on Sundays. So that's that. It'll probably be Sundays starting next week. Still not certain on what day all this will be. I see you dropping frames. I see that, OBS. But yeah. Future's gonna look a little different, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Could you stop dropping frames, internet? My internet is being unstable, and I don't want to, like, do my outro and have it, like, get super chopped up. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. I see you. That is a lot of frames dropped. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stabilize. It just zips up and all over the place. I have no idea what my internet is doing right now. And then I got a sudden surge of so much speed. Alright, before the internet just explodes on me, and again, I guess, thank you so much if you joined me live or after the fact. Either way is cool with me as long as you had some fun. And that said, I am going to go do some human things as humans do, and you probably should too. Go to Clothing Unrelated, check out the clothing designs in the Maybreak collection. They're neat. Yeah, I guess the internet has stabilized now. Okay. But yeah, sorry this one was a little shorter, but hopefully to make it up to you, the next one of Miitopia will be maybe a little longer. I don't know. I really don't know what the Miitopia streams are gonna be like. You know, it might not end up being a new mainstream if it's just like I don't enjoy streaming it, but I definitely want to try to pull friends in to make it a little more fun and engaging. Yeah. Goodbye. I know I said my outro already, but the internet was stable and I was like, oh, now I can say things. All right. I'll see you next stream. Goodbye.